Hey folks, Dad here with Elevation Diecast Racing. It's a rainy day where I am at today, and so we are working in the eBay store. But it's lunchtime, and it's time for some lunchtime laps. We got this other FedEx truck just sitting on the sidelines. I figured let's get him in the jumbo class. So right now he's going after spot 14. And he'll get it. 2126, not bad. And I have worked pretty diligently evening out these lanes and trying to get them to run same times on each side, but the close lane here, which would be lane number 2, right here, this is lane number 2, tends to run a little faster than lane number 1. So right now we have a 2135 by the FedEx truck and a 1000 speed. 2124, any bigger beat. So these two customs tend to run pretty close to each other in times. So 2079 and a 2084. 2087 and 2093. So this lane is a little slower, but hey, just hot laps. 2085, 2079. So this lane does run a little bit faster, which is weird because yesterday they were running consistent 285s in both lanes. So that one's a 280. So characteristics of Mile High Raceway. I've got them as even as I can, and this track has been performing pretty well. Let's see what it does against this truck. And Van beats it 2079. He's not far from Whitey. If this Johnny Lightning van can beat this this green truck, which is just a couple of ticks under Whitey, well, we'll have a mod race. 2083 and a 3000s beat. Yeah, 2082. He won't get the green one. Let's see what he does against the red one. So I found this one, and I put these wheels under it just because they were wide. The next set I put under, I think, is going to be the Goodyear F-150 wheels on a different Johnny Lightning van. Trying to get better at modifying Johnny Lightning because they are such nice castings. And you know, I'm trying to get better at these mods because I want to enter a couple into some races. And guys like Blue Line and Arlo Racing and Red Pill Racing, Scale Racing Channel, DXP, and the list goes on and on about, wow, that's a 2075. With guys that build really fast mods. So I have been reluctant, I must admit, in sending modified cars to enter into some of these races, because when I send my cars, yeah, I want to win, and I don't want to just send any old thing and not be competitive. So that's why none of my mods have been on any other tracks yet, except for in the way beginning. Brandon did run a couple of my cars. A car that I did send, my Superbird, and it wasn't very fast. and it wasn't the fastest I had at the time, but I just wanted to kind of get a general idea of how one of my modified trucks performed on the track or cars. He does have a hold of one of my F-150s that I sent with the race coming up at Scale Racing Channel. So hopefully we'll get to see, because that truck that I sent, I believe it's black, and it is in line with something like this. So hopefully he shows a little bit more speed. 2081 to a 2090. So I think that we'll put him there. And let's see where this Charger's at. I think this Charger should be able to beat this F-150. Or not. 2078. Let's go. 2078. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, the Charger doesn't get a 2078 though. So the truck will stay here, and Whitey just hangs out and watches the races. So let's see if the FedEx guy can beat out the Hot Wheels milk delivery. He can. So during my findings and cleaning up and going through stuff, getting ready for yard sale, eBay, I found old Matchbox Semi. He's the now number 9. Let's see what FedEx will do against him. Ooh, it's a tie, but the Matchbox gets the nod, which means he'll probably get him by a few ticks in lane number 2. Oh yeah, 2121, pretty good. Let's see if he can take out the Tesla roller. He can. All right, it is the number 7 Firehouse Hauler. This truck's pretty fast. You definitely have to switch lanes. 2122 and a 10,000 speed. 2123. See, these lanes run pretty consistent. So that'll be the stopper for Mr. FedEx, which is all right. We'll take it. The idea is to get these classes fast. So that takes a couple of the same castings until different ones come along. We're okay with that. So with a couple more minutes that we got left here, let's see. Let's roll Real Riders. I was gonna have a little mini tournament with these ones that have already been rolled, but I can't hold it on much longer. This Kellogg's number 5 is a beast. So we're going to roll them down the track, and we'll put them up against the McLaren Speedtail. Okay, I'm pretty sure 214 is a time needed for the Real Riders. I could be wrong. 217 is a good time. 215 is the record. So 2171 is a really good time for a Real Rider car. Look at him go. 2175. I reworked the 3 cars that were eliminated, and the Mustang is the only one that made it back into the rankings. He is now the gatekeeper. Let's just see if the Speedtail can beat him. Gapparoonie. So the Speedtail is now out of contention. So let's find out where this Kellogg's car is going. Closer race than I thought. 2187 to to a 2195. 2187 and 7,000 feet. Pretty good race. He ran a 2181, so that's going to move him in. And that's going to retire the Mustang. So what made me say in a previous video that this car was a possible contender for the #1 spot, he ran like a 216. He has since slowed down, but you can see he's running a 2174 now. And for some reason, these real riders, they like the far lane. What do we got? A 2174 and a 23,000 feet. Oh wow. 2165. Now that is what I'm talking about. It's number 10. Pretty close race. 2194. We'll swap them. And look at him go. 2168. He loves this inside lane. Let's just jump up to number 7 Forza. 2153. Oh my Lanta. And that just set the record. Terry Labonte. I don't know if that's Terry Labonte or not. But that number 5 Kellogg's 2153 just set the real rider record. That's going to give him a shot at the #1 Toyota Celica. He just shattered the record. Now can he beat the man that used to hold that record? 2163 to a 74. So we got a 2163 and an 11,000 speed. 2164. He doesn't get it. So he did set the record, but could not get him. Heads up. Well, let's put him up against the #2 truck. Flatbed hauler eating his lunch. 2169 to a 91. If he gets the whole shot, he could possibly stay ahead of him. Not even. 2168. Wow. Let's see if he can take out the AMG. Yeah, he'll get him. 2165. Something about the drag that truck and that Celica put off that will not let this Frosted Flakes car in. But he will beat the Mercedes. So not a bad run at all. We got another fast real rider in the case. There's the top 3 from all of us here over at Elevation Diecast Racing. We'll see you tomorrow night for Racing in the Past Lane, number 5.